So the IPL got cancelled, but that doesn't stop us from talking cricket. So here we are on ESPN Cricket for Run Order. Now, should I rephrase? Because cancel, suspension, deferment, these are all very specific terms that tend to, offend people easily. So whatever it is now, it's given us a chance to focus again on India. And sometimes half an IPL is enough to trigger a debate. Who would make it to the T20 side the next time India play a T20I? Well, there could be a completely different squad going to Sri Lanka because there'll be about 20, 30, 40, 50 people in England and they'll send another 40, 50 people to Sri Lanka. Deep Das Gupta, Akash Chopra, Sanjay Manjrekar all here to pick their 11s for what could be a second string, third string, B team, C team sort of situation in Sri Lanka. And Dustin Salgado and Varun Shetty and myself will try and keep them honest about it. Welcome to Run Order. Let's see what Akash, Deep and Sanjay make on it. Let's look at just a few key players that you guys all want to start with, and then I'll come to your 11. Sanjay, who would you like to see in this series?
See, it's not really a second string team because, the squad that has gone to England are mostly test, candidates. So there are quite a few in this team that would walk into India's T20 team. So I would go with Shikhar Dhawan. Do you want me to rattle out the whole playing 11?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, so Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw, my openers. Surya Kumar Yadav, number 3. Ishan Kishan will be my wicketkeeper, not Sanju Samson. I want to give Ishan Kishan more of a go. Then I've got Manish Pandey as my number 5. Hardik Pandya, number 6, with a little bit of, what should I say? I've got him to also, along with batting, bowl a couple of overs for India. So that's my condition. Then I've got Tewatia there at number 7. Then Chetan Sakriya is my seam bowler. Rahul Chahar. Just to have a look at him ahead of Chahal. We know what Chahal is all about. Give Rahul Chahar more of a go. Bhuvneshwar Kumar back in. He must play as many matches as possible. And Deepak Chahar is my 11th player.
Okay, so no Varun Chakravarti, that's a name that I noticed. And you have given Manish Pandey a vote of confidence. Take me through your 11, please.
Okay, I'll go through my, because this is keeping in mind that Hardik will bowl a couple of overs, right? Yeah. So keeping in mind that, so I will go with Hardik as my third seamer, and we are playing in Sri Lanka. And then I've got Shikhar and Prithvi. Obviously, you can have Padikkal there as well, but Shikhar and Prithvi. Then I'm going to go with Sanju, Surya at 4, Manish at 5, Hardik 6, 7, Rahul Tewatia, 8. You have 8, 9, 10, 11 would be Bhuvi, Rahul Chahar, Rahul Chahar, Deepak Chahar, and then Natarajan, one of the left-arm seamers, Sakaria / Natarajan.
Okay. Akash has heard Sanjay and Deep's 11. Akash, your thoughts?
Since we are talking about T20 cricket and that is likely to happen after Monday, I've made a couple of changes. One is Shikhar Dhawan will play the one-dayers and might just be the captain for the side. But for T20s, I really want to give a chance to somebody who I would want to invest for the future. That's Padikkal for me. Prithvi Shaw and Padikkal, left hand, right hand. I'll go with Padikkal. In the middle order, I've got Sanju Samson in place of Manish Pandey. Again, recent form and also the number at which he has to bat. Not that Samson is great at number 5, but Pandey has been very ordinary in the IPL whenever he's batted outside of the top 3, let alone 4 or 5. Then I've got Hardik. Yes, like everyone else, he has to bowl, but will he bowl? We don't know. I've got Krunal in my side ahead of Rahul Tewatia, because Krunal also just continuity as well, that he was playing against England recently. He did all right in the few games that he played, albeit in the 50-over format. I'll stick with him. Left-handed batsman gives me an option. I will play Varun Chakravarti. I will also play Yuzi Chahal. Yuzi Chahal has not played a lot of cricket, so I would want him to continue playing at least something. He's been left out of the Indian team now. So if he's not playing for India, at some stage you would want him to play. There is Deepak, there is Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So not much to actually disagree, but it's just a thought. To be very honest, when you hear all 3 teams, you can have 5 teams with a bit of tinkering here or there. It's just an change, or rather difference of just the options that you're picking, and no options are wrong. To be fair, you can go with Shikhar Dhawan. You can still play Rahul Tewatia because these are formidable names, and you can't call them a second string side that is going to be rolled over. In fact, they should win the series if they play to their potential.
Okay, great. That tells us everything we want to know about where you guys rate Sri Lanka. Well done. Now let us get questions from Dustin and Varun, who've patiently been listening in to these teams. Okay, Dustin, take it away. What have you got?
No, I just think it's amazing India's bench strength that even with 20 players going for a test series, you still may have to leave people like Sanju Samson and Yuzvendra Chahal, Kuldeep Yadav out of an 11. So actually, I had a question, which is that with this amount of bench strength, should India actually aim to do this more often? Like send the test team 1 month early so they can prepare on a tour. And if you have a series in between, you can send a team like this, which is still strong for a white ball series.
Dustin, while principally it's great that have two teams playing at the same times, broadcasters are going to asking for gunning for your throat, because if any series that doesn't have Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma, it's very difficult to sell for a broadcaster. So yeah, that may not work.
What would the three of you do, Bert, if that happened? If there was my simultaneous telecast, where would you?
No, hang on.
Would you want to sort of be?
No, I was not.
What Dustin was saying is this is going to be an add-on. Yeah. And there's nothing like live cricket of some quality for broadcasters to be interested. So it's not that, we are not giving them the number one or the cream of Indian cricket playing. That's eventually going to happen. I mean, you'll have a 5-test series against England. You've got the World Test Championship. And instead of saying no to a Sri Lankan cricket board, we're sending a team that's good enough to get you some viewership.
I mean, my first observation is that a lot of people have a lot of faith in Pandey, which I don't think the India team itself had in their last series. If I'm not wrong, I think he lost his place in at least the ODI squad for sure. So that's a little surprising. I wonder if there's a case to play both Samson and Kishan. And the other thing is with Devdutt Padikkal, now with it being a World Cup year and Shikhar Dhawan being in the form that he's in, I don't think he'd be missing out on these opportunities to take that place back at the top of the Indian team. So I'm wondering if Padikkal is probably more suited now for the ODIs, because you're thinking of him as a long-term option. He's probably not going to make it to the World Cup team this year. So why would Dhawan sit out?
I quickly want to answer Varun's question about Manish Pandey. Because he's right. I mean, India got a little disenchanted by Manish Pandey, and he was responsible with the way he batted. His consistency was an issue. I've had a problem with the way he's got out start of the IPL for Sunrisers Hyderabad this time as well. But when I'm looking at options in the middle, the options that I have are Sanju Samson and people like Ruturaj Gaikwad and all the others. So I am one who I'm not yet very keen to reward Sanju Samson just because of the sheer inconsistency that he shows. And for that reason, I'm going with Manish Pandey, who has a little more experience.
Deepak Hooda is one name that comes to my mind, who gives you a couple of overs, who's a proper batsman, can bat at 5. So if you want to invest in someone, and if say Hardik Pandya is not bowling at all, he's put his hand up and said, sorry, I'm not bowling. So Hardik Pandya can go at 5 and Deepak could be your batsman at 6 or 5 or 6, whichever way you want to look at it. And he'll give you a couple of overs. He's bowled enough overs in the IPL to suggest that he can and he's scored the runs as well. Bats ideally for that number.
That's the name thrown in. Deep.
Sorry, I mean, the other name comes to my mind. I mean, especially if you're looking at middle order, Shah Rukh Khan. I thought he was very impressive, even though he's very early. Way too early, but he looked impressive. But I mean, it boils down to how selectors are looking at this series. I mean, are they looking at it as kind of a dress rehearsal for the World Cup, or picking up these fringe players? Because some of them are already there. I mean, the big names will always be there. For me, rather than moving on to new names, I want to close down the old chapters like a Manish Pandey. I don't think he's done anything wrong to be out of the side.
So that one name that you want to see in that team, and then we'll close this chat. Varun?
I would like to see Varun Chakravarti given a chance. He's been working hard, I guess, to try and break in, but it's not happened.
Yeah.
So I hope it works out for him this series, because he's a kind of spinner that India don't have in this squad.
Fair enough. In the land of Ajanta Mendis.
And no bias because of the name similarity.
Varun.
No.
Okay, Varun goes for Varun. Dustin.
I think I'd like to see Krunal Pandya maybe batting at, say, number 6 as somebody who can give you a couple of overs. I think his batting is looking improved. So maybe give him a chance slightly higher up than you normally would.
Actually, I am looking forward to see Prithvi Shaw for a simple reason that he's disruptive, he's destructive. He's someone who actually his natural brand of cricket is ideally suited for T20 cricket, and there is not a player in this Indian team who can actually replicate what he's been doing. So if he's on song, which he is right now, he can take a few attacks to the cleaners.
My out-of-the-box player would be Chetan Sakaria.
Yes.
Because I'm really impressed with this guy. He's got, like in cricket, in batting, we say he's got all the shots. I think this guy has got all the deliveries to bowl at various stages of the innings. So I'd really want to see Chetan Sakaria tested at the international level, and let's hope he becomes another exciting option for India.
Okay, brilliant. Deep Dasgupta, last word.
Well, for me, I think the whole team is exciting. So I'm not going to name one, but what I would be looking at is what direction does the selectors want to go with this team. I think that's something that I want to be really interested in terms of the team management and the selectors. What is the direction?
All right, that's a wrap. Thank you very much, Deep, Akash, Sanjay, Dustin, and Varun. You wonder who's going to captain this team. Does it really matter? Actually, who's going to coach this team? The original coach and all the other coaching staff is in England. So maybe one of you, interested in the job. I highly doubt it. But somebody will coach them. Somebody will captain them. Shreyas Iyer.